tried to do this on Instagram, but I honestly don't know how to do long or multiple videos on Instagram. Anyway, still, I'll get there. I am laying in my bed on a Saturday afternoon and I have been feeling guilty AF. And I keep on walking into the kitchen or to the lounge or wherever my husband is with my son, saying, I feel a bit guilty. And he says, well, that's kind of defeating the purpose and there's no point in that. So off you go. And so here I am back in my little sanctuary. How did I make this happen, you might ask? Well, I and my husband understand or have this great understanding about a particular time of the month. And when for me, it starts about 2 days beforehand, before I start to menstruate, where I start to tune into a different way and I can be really grumpy and crotchety. If I'm force myself to be in the world in my regular way. And I know that this is the case because of all of the work and research that I've done over the years into this kind of thing, including actually where some of the work of Saida, who's a good friend of mine and who incidentally will be making a special guest appearance in the Love Codes when we'll be relaunching it very soon. And her work, which has been quite pivotal in really giving the good juice and really good information as to why this is. And one of the things that happens when we're entering into this phase is that we start to switch on our right brain, and our left brain kind of, starts to have a little nap. And that means that we're accessing a time when we can be more intuitive, more creative, more collaborative, more tuned in and connected to life. But, in order to do that, we need to be able to disconnect from the regular world a little bit, or from the world that we usually live within. And that's really difficult to do when you've got a lot going on. And especially if you have a family, it's really, really challenging, which is why, the infamous red tent was such a blessing back in the day. So failing that, what my husband and I agree to is we know when it's coming, and to create a space for me to be within that, to be just within my own flow. And that means him taking a lot more responsibility as a parent for those days. But it's not entirely, but it's enough. And he knows that when that happens, I'm a happier person because I'm more tuned into my natural flow. Not only am I happier, but I'm more deeply embedded into my feminine self, because that's a big part of being in the feminine. And when I'm able to do that, even just for those few days, there's a follow-on effect, and it affects me for the rest of the month. So when I do get this downtime or this sovereignty for these few days, then for the rest of the month, I am a completely different person than when I don't get it. And so he knows that creates for me a different space, and I'm more embedded in my powerful feminine self, which then affects him because he gets to enjoy that, and that affects the whole family. So the biggest challenge for me is not setting it up, but it's actually then reveling in it, because when I'm in it, I keep having these little moments of feeling guilty, like I need to go and help and be a part of it all. So that's my challenge today, and I imagine it'll be tomorrow again. So I'll tune in with you tomorrow and tell you how I'm going. He did also buy me a beautiful bath bomb at the market today for me to have a bath tonight. So let's see how that goes. There will be coconut ice cream involved. There will be raw Loco Love chocolate involved. And there may be a little bit of red wine involved. But I am going to tune in with you. And I encourage you, if you don't know much about this yourself, I encourage you to explore it. It really makes the world a difference. I started doing this before I was married, and it was easy when I was on my own and running my own business. Now it's a greater challenge, and it's posing for me an opportunity to really, really feel worthy, because that guilt, little bitch that it is, keeps on rearing its head. So stay posted. I'll tell you how I'm going again tomorrow. And if you try this out, if you want some really great reading, check out Saida Desilets, Saida Desilets. I'll tag her in this. She'll chime in, because she's got some great books. One's called Desire, which is an amazing book that you absolutely need to read. But there's a lot of literature out there. And Saida, if you check this out, can you suggest any other reading that might be great for people who are starting out on the journey of living within their cycles and tuning into the different times of their cycles to help them to be their most, powerful, natural, beautiful selves. Anyway, let's tune in again. I'll let you know how I go.